Hey guys, I'm Rob Bass and this is Not Meant in Box. If you've been going over to the PCN network, and you should be, there's one thing that is totally clear. The people on the forum do love their He-Man. And I do love ratings, so it's time again to do another Master Universe toy review with the help of Master Universe Chronicles Mr. Chris Vint. We're going to look at the blue and yellow whirlwind himself, SyKlone. Check out this vintage commercial.
An evil fog. SyKlone, use your whirling powers to investigate. Around and around I go. To SyKlone with fist that fly. You can't stop my whole evil army. When SyKlone spins, evil will never win.
SyKlone from the Masters of the Universe collection. Each toy sold separately.
Oh, how I miss those crazy toy commercials. And now for the review. Take it away, Mr. Chris Vint.
Well, thank you very much, Rob. It was an honour to be asked after only 2-in-1 video. You can see here one of the posters that came out of the Master Universe, and SyKlone also appeared in the Filmation cartoon. Here's what he looked like, a bit different really, so we'll have a little look at him in action here.
SyKlone, do your stuff.
You got it. You guys get clear. I'll take care of these squirts.
So as you can see here, here's SyKlone in his packaging, complete with his mini comic and his shield. You'll see the back of the card later on. SyKlone also came with like a little hologram of the solar system on his chest, which was a really nice touch. As I said before, they come included with a mini comic, so Spike or Strikes was one that was in it. So now I'm going to show you what he's like out of the package. Okay, I decided to show you just the SyKlone actually out of the box and also in the box. So I'm just going to show you the back of the SyKlone card here. As you can see, you have 3 different steps just to show you how to actually get him to spin. We also have some of the certain figures that were actually released, such as Orko and Buzz-Off, to name but a few. What I'm going to do now is excuse my fingers if I try to get him to spin by just pressing the wee dial on his belt. Easier said than done with me and my fat fingers, so as you can see, can't really get the momentum to actually get him to spin, but that's because of my fingers. So it's a lot easier to grab him by the head. Now, as you can see, the solar system thing is just absolutely fantastic. I just love that, and yeah, as I say, just spin him by the head, and it's a lot easier to actually do. Okay, so let's leap forward from 1980 to 2002 from the Mike Young production.
If I had more upper body strength...
Strength is not always the key, Teal. Remember, the reed bends before the wind, while the brittle branch snaps in two.
Right.
Okay, as you can see here, there's a vast difference between the 1980 figure and the 2002 figure. One of the main differences is actually on the top of their head, just like the wee band around it, and obviously the back of SyKlone, you don't have that in the vintage figure. Now, the emblem on the top and the front of them is near enough the same, still a pretty cool effect, I love it to bits. Now, as you can see here, it's a lot easier to actually get SyKlone to spin. If we given any time, he'll be taken off, and so that's basically the only difference between the two, and as you've seen, my brilliant skills with them earlier still haven't improved. So the 2002 certainly holds the better spinning ability. Okay, here's SyKlone in his mint on card bubble. You'll see me go into another comparison here. Now, there is a poster. Notice there is no repaints here. Okay, so anyone who saw my Many Faces video would see that I mentioned the repaints, and this one's no different. Here you can see the repainted SyKlone. The only main difference that you can see is his arms and his legs. On the left hand one, they're yellow, as well as his shield. On the right hand one, they're all red. That's the only real main difference. The emblem on his chest is a little bit different, and his hands are a little bit of a darker colour. That's about it, really. It's a hard to find figure. If you can get it cheap enough, pick it up. I'd recommend it. I was lucky enough to have a good mate who picked mine up for me, so there you go. Yes, well, thank you very much, Mr. Bass, for having me on. I hope that I have put my stamp on Not Meant to Box. You see what I did there, because it's a stamp of SyKlone. Hope you've all enjoyed this, and thank you again from Mr. Rob Bass for giving me the opportunity. It's greatly
Thanks,
appreciated.
Chris. SyKlone is a mechanized being who could generate winds by rotating his torso or his arms. One of the things that drive me crazy about Mattel is their darn gimmick figures. Yeah, I know, but Rob, He-Man and Master Universe are all about the action features, and to that, all I gotta say is give me a break. I like SyKlone enough, but his only weapon is a stupid little yellow shield that doesn't even protect him at all. The 2000X version is an awesome looking figure, but he still spins like Brian Boitano after smoking 3 kilos of crack. But all in all, he is a cool toy, and if you're a He-Man fan, you have them all, just like my buddy Chris Vint does. And I just hope when Matty makes the Classics version, they give him an extra weapon. That's all I'm asking for. And remember, they're your toys. Play with them the way you want.